I usually say once Albert Einstein was on a flight, and right next to Albert Einstein was sitting an Indian. So it was a long-haul flight, and Albert Einstein was extremely bored. So he turned towards the Indian and said, "Shall we play a game?" He said, "What's the game all about?" So Albert Einstein said, "Look, I'll ask you a question, and if you cannot answer the question, I shall pay you, you should pay me 50 rupees. If you cannot answer the question. And then you ask me a question, and I, as a renowned scientist from Great Britain, if I cannot answer the question, I'll pay you 5,000 rupees. In pounds, he said, I'm converting. 5,000 rupees. So I said, okay. The Indian man said, your turn first, sir. So Albert Einstein said, what is the distance between the sun and planet Earth? Very coolly, the Indian man pulled out 50 rupees, said, I don't know. Take. What difference would it make anyways, you know? So Albert Einstein said, now your turn, sir. So the Indian man asked Albert Einstein, what is that animal which walks up a mountain with 3 legs and comes down with 4? So the scientist was totally taken aback by shock. He said, what do you mean? You know, he pulled his laptop out, searched, he called for the stewardess, give me internet access, he asked for a payphone on the flight, call of all of his scientists, and no answer. Frustrated. He pulled out 5,000 rupees, slammed it in the hands of the Indian man and said, I don't know. The Indian man coolly put the money in his pocket, went back to sleep, you know. So Albert Einstein was so annoyed, he woke him up, said, idiot, I gave you 5,000 rupees. Now tell me, what is it that goes up a mountain with 3 legs and comes down with 4? The Indian man pulled out 50 rupees, said, I don't know. An Indian person is a person who, after the shampoo is over, puts water in it and still finishes it, you know. You know? An Indian person is a person who, when the toothpaste is over, will use the baleen to squeeze the last drop out and then throw it in the bin. You know? An Indian guy is a guy who will go to a shopping mall and buy broccoli, which is 300 rupees a kilo, will buy Turkish cherries, which are 1423 rupees a kilo, and will come to the counter while paying the money, he'll say, "Thoda dhania patta free denge kya?" It's, you know, an Indian. He goes to eat a pani puri, and even the richest man waits for the sukha puri. You know? An Indian person, how do you know an Indian? When the t-shirt is torn and has holes in it, then the Indian will use it in the night. When it's now not even usable in the night, then he'll use it for Holi. You know? And when it's not even usable for Holi, then he'll use it as pocha in the house. You know? So I think, I must tell you, we are sparing. Bollywood is what it is, isn't it? I was again in Madrid with a group of youth, and I just learned, someone sent me a bhajan on the phone. Just a bhajan on the phone. On WhatsApp. I didn't even know what it meant. It was a song. And because it was just buzzing in my head, while I was giving the talk in Spain, I just started humming it in a Hare Krishna melody. So I started singing, you know. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. It was just a melody that came from a song that's bhajan someone sent me. I didn't even know what it was. And this one guy, a British fellow, comes and says, Tu hi hai. And I thought he's telling me tu hi hai. A successful professional businessman. So what's your secret? How did he do it? You know, people keep asking that question. One guy goes to a very successful millionaire and says, sir, what is the secret of your being a millionaire? What is behind it? Your secret of success? He says, my wife. Oh, great. What were you before being a millionaire? He said, a billionaire. One husband's lady is asking her husband, मैं आपके सपने में आती हूँ क्या? Such expectation that he loves me. सपने में बोला बिल्कुल नहीं. बोला क्यों? बोले नहीं मैं रात में हनुमान चालीसा जप करके सोता हूँ. तो बोले तो सपने में क्यों नहीं आती? बोले भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे. There's no question of any bhoot pishach coming close to you. Ask not what God can do for you. Ask what you can do for God. But no one asks that. Because the I is so big, my expectations, my desires, my things are so powerful that even when I come to a temple and ring a bell, all I'm doing is asking. I go to Ganpati and I'm praying the same thing. During this Ganeshotsav, one guy, Marwadi fellow, he's singing, Ganpati Bappa Moria, Dhanda nahi horiya, माल नहीं जा रिया, पैसा नहीं आ रिया, खर्चा कैसे चलेगा समझ नहीं आ रिया, हे बाप्पा मोरिया थारो भक्त रो रिया. This is what is singing. So much English. What am I saying? Western man comes to India, goes to UP. One guy was there, sitting boy, selling dahi in a matka, thick dahi. तो वो पूछता है वेस्टर्न में, वो how did you get this such thick yogurt man, such thick yogurt? तो इसको तो इंग्लिश ज्यादा आता नहीं, बोलता है मिल्क नाइट मॉर्निंग टाइट. मॉर्निंग टाइट. There was a Maharashtrian student studying in a vernacular school. So the teacher was teaching numbers and he wrote on the board numbers and he said read. He said Shevanti, येती तू, येती नाही, नाही तर नाही. There was a teacher in a Marathi medium school and he was teaching numbers. The student was reading the numbers. He said, Shevanti, येती तू, येती नाही, नाही तर नाही. There was a student in school, Maharashtrian teacher, and the teacher wrote numbers on the thing and the teacher was saying, read. So he said, Shevanti, येती तू, येती नाही, नाही तर नाही. I'm telling you the same joke again, isn't it? Do you laugh on the same joke again? No. After a while, if I tell you, you'll say, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है इनका. What is he saying? The same thing. He's gone into repeat mode in a loop. What is he saying? We don't laugh on the same joke again. Why do we cry on the same problem? One Gujarati lady. She asked her husband, આપણે દિવાળીમાં શું gift લાવશો તમે મારા માટે? I don't know Gujarati. What will you get for me? So he said, kutri. He said, kutri. So this lady got so upset, said, તારી માં કુતરી, તારો બાપ કૂતરો, તારો ભાઈ કૂતરો, તારી family કૂતરી. And then the husband said, અરે બાવરી, બકુડી. The husband spat out the gutka and said, Q3, Audi Q3, Baba. So when you put mawa and gutka in the mouth, then Q3 sounds kutri.